Hiya, Kiki here, and I am so excited to be taking you today through our new Minecraft Hour of Code tutorial. So if you're looking forward to hitting some of those great educational points with your classroom, stick around. Okay, now I'm just going to navigate through these windows. It takes a few clicks to get us over to the actual Minecraft tutorial, and I'll go through, and here we are. This is studio.code.org/s/mc, and we have a nice video that comes up with Jen's, also known as Jen, who is well known in the Minecraft community, but videos are not so much fun to watch inside videos, so I will let you do that with your class. Next, you can see that we get to choose our character, which I think is a really fun feature, and I like to choose Alex. I think she looks sassy and I enjoy that. So Alex will now stay with me through the remainder of the tutorial. This first tutorial is purely just to get your legs with the UI of the minecraftcode.org puzzle. So here we go. It says, this is going to let us know we have to hit run to try our program. And it makes it sound like we have to click it now, which there's no harm in doing. It just shows you what's already on the screen and that it's not enough. So it does tell you to add a second move forward to reach the sheet. So that's what we're going to do. Ta-da! Lovely. Nice little celebration dance. And then you can replay it if you like, or you can continue. There is a place to rate. I love these puzzles. I'm going to continue through. Now you need to collect some wood, and it tells you it's a very important resource, and you need to go through and add the destroy block command to chop the trees down. So we've already used a move forward command. That's not going to be new to us at this point. And to do these, you just need to get yourself standing right in front of the tree, and then you'll add the destroy block and run. And you'll see that 3 knocks with your pickaxe or whatever you're using to chop is all done in one destroy block action. So again, I'm going to rate this because I love it and continue on. This one, you're getting to use the shear command. Now really there's not much difference here between knocking down the tree, except for the block is called shear instead of destroy, which is probably good when you're dealing with a sheep. But now you get to add some turns in there. So you're still going to move forward, and then shear in this case. But now once we're done with that, we are going to turn, and Alex will be turning to her right. And then we'll have to move forward again before we shear the final sheep. Now, what the students are doing is they're starting to understand the user interface and how you can build these blocks together. It will likely start to give them an idea that if the blocks aren't connected for any reason, they won't run. And it tells you that you have unattached blocks. So it's going to get them to this place where they're starting to feel more comfortable. Now this is very similar to the one before, only you're back to destroy block. You'll be moving forward and turning and moving forward and turning and destroying along the way, but now you have more things to destroy. So it's given you some extra code here on the side to kind of get you started. Now, once it leaves you, this is giving your student the opportunity to kind of figure out by themselves where Alex is going to end up. So move forward 3, destroy block, turn left, and then move forward 1. Now we see that in order to get to the other tree, we have to move forward 1, 2 more before we can destroy that block. So let's do that. Even if this isn't yet teaching any hard computing concepts of loops and if statements and things like that, by this point it's already teaching that kind of spatial contact and trying to get them to understand what their actions will be doing once they're run. So now we're going to destroy that tree that we will have come upon. We're going to need to turn left and move. We'll be here. We'll need to move 1, 2, and 3, and then destroy again. So turn left, move forward 1, 2, 3, destroy, and then we don't need to turn again. but your students might start to recognize that these are the same pattern of blocks over and over again. Move forward 3, destroy and turn. Move forward 3, destroy and turn. Move forward 3, and destroy. And then we don't need the final turn, but it certainly wouldn't help. And they might be wishing that they could just say that they want to repeat this again, especially if they've done these kind of tutorials before. So they might be really wanting a repeat block. At very least, they'll feel like this is a lot of code. So here we go. Woohoo! Okay, we got our little celebration dance, and now we're going to continue on. Another video, and this is going to introduce the repeat loops. So now they've been wanting a way to do it faster, and we are going to give it to them. And we're going to start by building a wall. So building the wall is just placing a block, moving forward, placing a block, moving forward. So if we do that inside of a loop, it keeps us from having to write as much. So place puts a block beneath your character, and then you'll have to move forward to hop off the block and get into a space where you need another one. We're going to run that, see what happens. Excellent. Okay, now we get to choose our house, and whichever house we choose is going to persist with us throughout this tutorial. Now, certainly if you're used to code.org and these kind of tutorials, the easy should be fairly easy. The medium is a little bit challenging. It's got a little notch taken out of it, and it is bigger. But the hard is actually deceivingly hard, and it takes a lot of blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one for you. In all cases, it uses that wall that you just built. So let's take a second here to figure out what we want to do. So it is going to give you, right from the start, that you repeat 2 times, move forward, place birch planks. And if you don't want them to be birch, you could build it out of something else. I like to build out of wool. So you'll move forward and place your planks. So you go 1, 2, that'll put you here. You'll turn left and move forward and place another plank, and then turn right. So I'm going to make this oak, and then you'll turn right. So now you'll be standing here on top of a block, and you'll have this one to do and this one to do. And that's not the hard part. The hard part is going to be this little jacky thing before you come back here. So let's start with here, which is where we'll be when we're done running the code they gave us. And we'll be facing, well, we should be facing in this direction. So we need to repeat 2 times. I'm just going to copy this and paste it right there. Now, a lot of people don't know that you can do that, and that's actually something we don't advertise right now. It does make this kind of thing easier. Normally, you can only copy and paste 1 block at a time, but if everything's inside of a repeat loop, then it's kind of a gimme. You get extra copy and paste power. So sometimes when I need to copy and paste lots of blocks that are together, I'll intentionally put them inside of a loop, copy it, and then take them out of the loop once I paste. Anyway, we need this whole loop. So this is going to move us forward and place our wool there, and then we're going to need to turn right when we're done with that. And we will have a 1, 2, 3 punch that we need to do. I'm going to again copy and paste that, and I'm going to make this out of birch, and that will get us to this point here where we're standing on top of a birch plank. Now we need to figure out how to get here and turn and not have a block there. So it could be as simple as moving forward before you turn right, and then making sure that all of this repeat is a move forward and then place, move forward and then place, as opposed to a place then move forward and place then move forward. So let's see what happens. And we are going to do this one. Let's see. This one should have been 3 times. And this one should be 3 times as well. We'll do this one out of wool. And we're going to see what happens. Do you see what should happen? So there we go. Got that one. And now we're moving forward, then place, moving forward, then place. You'll see there's no number of blocks in the workspace count. That's to make it so that the students can get through it a little easier without feeling like they're trying to catch up. The house auto-completes with a door. We got a nice cozy little bed in there. Celebration dance, and time to move on. Okay, so now it's good to plan ahead. Plant crops on both sides of the water so you don't get hungry later on. My son told me, you can't walk on crops, they'll die, which I think is a combination of his real world experience and his Minecraft experience. But you can walk on crops, I've been told. You just can't jump on them. So we are not going to do any jumping in this level. We're going to plant a crop and then move, and plant a crop and then move. And that's going to get us all the way through here. And this is a really good spot to use that repeat block, because otherwise we'll be putting a lot of blocks in there. Now you see that our workspace count came back, and that's to inspire kids to utilize that repeat block instead of just doing the plant, move forward, which they can do and they will get it right. They'll just be told that they could have done it in fewer blocks. So that's going to get us, after we plant this last crop, we'll move forward and we'll be on the grass, which is good because we can't cross at the river in this game. So when we get across, we're going to have to turn right and we're going to have to move forward 2 times. So we're going to turn right, move forward twice. You can use a repeat block for move forward twice. It doesn't save you any blocks though, because your 1 repeat block and your 1 move forward is still 2 blocks. If you think you might be doing it more than twice, that's definitely a good time to use it. Or if you think you're going to be doing more than one thing more than one time, you can use a repeat block. So here we go. Now we're going to come back. We're standing here. Oh, we need to turn again. So we'll turn right. Now we're standing here facing this direction, and we have a couple of options. The most efficient is to move forward, then plant, move forward, then plant, move forward, then plant. And so that means that we have the same kind of thing going on here that we had up here, but in the backwards order. So we're going to move forward and then plant. And here we go. This level is intended to take the things they've been learning and flip it around a little bit on them, add a little bit of logic and problem solving, and get them to figure out that you can't just take the same thing and use it again all the time. Sometimes you need to make minor changes even when it looks similar. There we go. We are dancing on the crop. That one probably would be dead, but okay. Next puzzle. Ooh, creepers. So creepers can be a little, well, creepy. The animation for running into one of these is kind of fun, watching the creeper blow, but you have to actually run into the creeper to make that happen. So if you plan ahead and treat it like some other obstacle, you will never see that animation. It can be fun to let your students go through and see if they can find the least number of blocks before they run into a creeper, or all sorts of different options, just to let them explore and play around a little. And actually a lot of the animations in this puzzle, not just this puzzle, but in this whole series, are kind of fun when you fail. Walking into blocks and just smacking your head against them repeatedly is kind of funny, and the sound that goes along with them is almost hysterical. And one of the things I really like about this puzzle is there are 2 great ways to complete it, and both use the same number of blocks. So you could, like building a house, you could go a certain number of times and go a certain number of times using repeat loops. But because you do that 3 times, you can use a nested repeat loop. And so you can take your move forward 1, 2, 3, 4 and turn, and have the move forward in a loop, and then also inside of another loop have the move forward and turn. And that will get you where you need to be in 9 blocks. Also, there's what feels like a more direct route where you have to turn and move forward, and then turn and move forward, and turn and move forward. Kind of the stair-step motion here. And that can get you where you want to be as well. So let me do them both for you. I'm going to start by doing the turn left, and then we'll use the repeat 3 to move forward. 1, 2, 3, move forward. And then you're going to turn right and move forward. And that's going to start your little stair step. Turn right, move forward, turn left, move forward. And you'll notice that we have that turn right, move forward, turn left, move forward, turn right, move forward, turn left, move forward. So you do this twice, which makes it another great place for your repeat block. And if the students can't see that right away, by the time they've written the code and it's all there, you could ask them if they see a pattern. And if they see a pattern, how could they make their code shorter? We'll run that and see if Alex can get to her house without bumping into the creepers. Woo-hoo. Do a little party. And we're going to replay this. And I'm going to toss all that away. And I could have just as easily said start over and had it start over for me. And this time we are going to do the repeat 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Move forward, turn left, like that. And then we need to repeat this whole thing 3 times. And where's that going to get us? Let's see. So we're here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're here, 1, 2. Ooh, yeah, that would walk us right into a creeper. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we would kaboom. So we're actually only going to repeat this 2 times, and that's going to put us here, turning left, so we'll be facing this direction, and we'll only need to walk forward 1, 2, turn right and walk 1. So move forward 2, turn right, and 1. Okay, here we go. There we are again. Continue on, and we're at puzzle 9, underground, where it's nice and dark. So we need to just place 2 torches and mine 2 coal. This is actually a very simple puzzle, but it's getting us used to kind of this underground mining and moving kind of feature here. We need to do this twice, so I'm just going to pop in a repeat block because we're doing more than one action more than one time. And I am going to place a torch first, and then I'm going to knock down the block that's in front of me, and then I'm going to move forward. And I'm just going to do that twice, and that will help me get boom, boom, those 2. Only if you look carefully here, Alex is facing this direction. So in order to get her started, we're going to have to turn her right. Here we go. Oh, look at what I did. Rookie mistake. I assumed that Alex was looking in the forward direction when really Alex was looking in the backward direction. And so now we're going to pull down this and click turn left. So I could have removed this block and tossed it and then dragged out a turn left block, but it's kind of harder to get rid of a block that's in the middle of other blocks. So just flipping that switch from right to left should give us what we need. There we go, torch and mining, and torch and mining. Walking into molten lava is a bad idea. Place cobblestone to create a bridge, then mine at least 2 of the iron blocks. Now, this is one that is here to get you comfortable with multiple movements, as well as the idea that lava will kill you. And you can also use this repeat, but it's a little bit of a red herring because you feel like you should be able to move forward several times in the repeat and put down something if as you go maybe. But we only have this place ahead feature. So if you're always placing the cobblestone ahead, this isn't like when you place it beneath you that you can keep walking. If you place it ahead of you, then you can't move forward. So we are going to want to walk and then place cobblestone and then walk across the cobblestone. And the repeat block is actually not going to help us until we get to the mining part. So we are going to move forward. We are going to then be in a position where we can place that cobblestone in the lava, and then we're going to cross it with 2 more move forwards. Now we're already at 5 of 8 blocks, and we still have to mine 2 of those iron blocks. So in here, I'm going to put destroy block, move forward, and that would get us through here. That's 8. And that should be all we need. So let's see what happens. All right. Okay, so here was another video about the if, and we're just going to go ahead and dismiss that. You can watch it with your class. But this is basically saying learn how to use a conditional only when you need it. So remember how that last puzzle taught us that we can't put down a block and then walk through it? Well, here we're at a whole bunch of blocks that we need to get through, and we have to destroy them. We cannot walk on top of them in this puzzle. The problem is that there's pockets of lava under there, and we don't know where the pockets of lava are underneath this big thing. So every time we destroy a block, we need to check under the block to see if there's lava. And if there is, then we need to put a new block down to cover the lava. And if there's not, we don't want to put a block because then we will have built up what we just destroyed. So you'll see here that it already tells us that we can move forward and destroy. And if there's lava ahead, we can place cobblestone. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's great. It taught us what we need to do, but we are in the same place. We aren't moving very far, very fast. So what do we have to do? Well, every time after we destroy and check for the lava, we've got to move forward. Let's see what happens now. Ta-da! There's everything we needed. We are good to go. Now things are getting tricky. We have to mine 3 redstone and not fall in the lava. Use an if command to place cobblestone over any lava you encounter. So the thing that jumps out at you is we have this nice pattern for 3 lavas. You can go move, move, knock it down, turn, move, move, knock it down, turn, move, move, knock it down. And we can just do that, and that will work for sure. But another interesting thing, if you want to maybe get a little more lava, let me start with this. So if we move 1, 2, and then we move forward twice, and then we destroy a block, and if there's lava ahead, we put the cobblestone in, and then we could do, and then we'll turn. And we could do all that 3 times. And that will get us to our goal. But also, you can keep going and keep destroying blocks. So if you put this in here, then Every turn it's going to try to destroy a block and check if it needs lava. And you can go as deep into this thing as you want. So we could go 1, 2, 3, 4 deep now, and we can get ourselves some diamond and more redstone and keep on going. So I am now going to do 4, and here we go. Oh, ouch! What did I do? What did I do? Can you tell? So I don't want to turn left after every single one because that's going to put me in the lava. So we only want to turn left after each individual iteration is done. So here we go. All right. And there's all sorts of different ways you can play with that. Let's continue. And now we get to lay rail from the edge of the map to the door of the house. The reason for this puzzle is to kind of really get across the idea of nested loops. So it really highlights that usage of putting loops inside of other loops. So first we need to turn because she's facing the wrong direction, and so we need her to turn right. And she needs to move forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, which is handy. That's already filled in for us. And that'll get us here. Now, your students would see they need to turn right again and do another move 6. As soon as they see that they're doing that exact code twice, it should pop into their head that they can just repeat that twice and save themselves some work. So we'll put that in there and run it and see what happens. There we are. Oh, but the thing is, we're not just trying to get to our house. We are laying rail. So we need to lay rail before we move forward inside that inner loop. There we go. Let's lay some rail here. And we put our turn down, and then we've got some powered rail, not to spoil the fun here. And we get to ride our minecart all the way out of town. Finally, here we are, build your own. We have kind of the outro. It's about all the things that we learned. And then we have this ability to kind of build our own world. And your students will find that they are able to kind of play with a bunch of commands, everything that they learned while they were here. And when they click run, they'll see the world zoom out and realize that there's more space than they thought there was. So they can actually fill up this whole area. They can share with their friends. They can keep playing as much as they want. They can even print out their creation. This has been such a fun tutorial to work on, and I really appreciate all of you who are giving it so much love. Thank you so much. Enjoy your hour of code, and happy IT. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you enjoyed this. If you want a sneak peek of what's coming up next, you can follow me on these social networking sites.